I was saying before, which is that like I just realized that that's like who you are ultimately doesn't matter as much as you might think it does. What matters is is this person an attractive person, right? So you know what I did is I dropped from 255 pounds to 182 pounds. I started working out every day for the past 8 months and took my protein every day, more than enough. I started doing I started talking to some more new people, and I started getting more numbers, and I haven't ever gone on a date yet in this context, but I can feel it coming because I understand now that like you have to be an attractive person. Like you just have to. Something I didn't realize. And now that I realize it, like I'm kind of like a little off, like a little like saddened when it comes to dating. Because I view it as a little bit more shallow now versus like what I once thought it was. You know, the first girl I ever went out with, right? I might respond slower because I'm gonna make sure not to say her name. But the first girl I ever went out with, I remember from what I knew about her. So how I met her was through a Zoom class of all things, and fantastic person, right? And what happened was that we had these Zoom classes and we had breakout rooms afterwards, and we could leave at any time, but we stayed until like the class was officially over, and other groups would leave, but we just talked the whole time. It was me, this girl, and this other guy, and we just talked the whole time. And at the end of the like semester, when the Zoom thing was over, right, and I talked to this person probably like 45 minutes every Tuesday, Thursday. Like I know a lot about this person, right? And I know this person, and I remember I asked her out over Discord. Oh man. It was over Discord, right? I think my name was I forgot my username. I think I changed it at the time, but it was something goofy, right? And I remember I said over Discord, again, not sorry, but I remember she got back to me at like 11:15 at night, and I stayed up that entire, like I literally could not go to sleep. Like I had to go to my job next morning. I stayed up, like I could not, I wanted to, believe me, I wanted to, but I could not, like for the life of me, go to sleep. It was like 11, I probably went to sleep maybe at like 3 a.m. to like 4 a.m. or like 5 a.m. right? And I planned this entire thing out, right? I was like, well, she likes science, right? Very sciencey type of person. So I remembered that my my family, one of them, like when I was a kid, I had this science experiment where you could make ice cream, and what would happen would, I don't remember all the steps right now, but like you get ice and then you like put in like this liquid in it, and then you shake it up, and then you continue shaking it, and then after like 3 minutes of shaking it, like it would turn into like ice cream. You see it more foamy. Again, it's something I did when I was a kid, right? I knew she liked science, so our first like date, which is the word that like I said that word when in Discord, so I know that she knew that's what this was. I did that. I knew she liked science, so I was like, oh, I'll make it a science thing, right? And I knew also, oh man, good memories for different reasons, but good memories, is that she did like this thing about like yoga, right? She was like getting a certificate to be like a yoga teacher or something like that, right? So I made her like a little pamphlet, again so cringe, but I made her like a thing about like just like piece of paper folded together, right? It said something like, I know you don't have your yoga certificate yet, but you have an ice cream certificate or something like that. Incredibly cringe. And I origamied like a golden star and I colored it yellow, and then I taped it onto the piece of paper. Now, in like the way that I've like been told and learned from like people, is that you should put in effort, and that you should get to know a person, and that you should, you know, get to have like things in common with that person. And after, you know, we ended up going out, she was like, her mood switched. Like she was like, yeah, like she was like, yes, like let's do it. And then after, she's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pass, right? And my theory is just a theory, which is that your personality, it doesn't matter as much as you might think it does. It matters, are you an attractive person? And that's like, my first experience in dating was that, which is that your personality, who you are, it doesn't matter as much as you might think it does. What matters is, are you an attractive person? And you can justify different behaviors based on how attractive you are. Like, that's my honest opinion. So like, I am a average guy, as in like, I'm just a little bit sour on dating, just a little bit. You know, I still try, because I still believe that there is somebody great out there that I'm gonna find one day. But I still have no idea what I'm doing. I find that's a lot of like for me, again, I've been fat my entire life, so like this is something that most guys learn when they're younger, and I just never really understood that, you know. So like when, you know, when it's talking about like, who are you, right? And that why would I want to like make these public, which is the overarching point, which is that like, I want to make it so that if somebody else is out there that is like me, they know that they're not alone, and that they still face these issues, and that people like we still face these issues, you know. Now again, you know, I can dive more deep into that, like my whole like that story a bit more, and like different things I've learned, but like, you can't dwell in the past. You know, you have to look towards the future. You have to look towards what you want in life, and try to take the actions that you think will get you there. You know, you don't want, like, I know somebody where dating comes extraordinarily easier to them. They will be dating a new person each week, like 1 or 2 dates every week. This person, very attractive looking dude, right? Did he have to work for that? Well, he just doesn't really work out that much. He's just a normal guy that just happens to be very attractive. Does he have to do the amount of effort that I have to do? No. But I can look at that and feel envious, because I have to look at that and say, all right, you know, he was born with a better hand in that aspect of life. What that means for me is I need to go and, well, I need to go and go to the gym every single day and better myself every single day and understand certain things that, like, you can't, like, and there's certain aspects of life where you do need to follow, like, conventional thinking. And in conventional thinking, like, people, I think, will treat you differently based on how you look. And this is something that's not even with the dating context, but in my own life, which is that when you go from fat or obese to fit-ish, people just treat you better. And there's just something about that I don't like. I don't like the fact that people treat you better if you're fit versus if you're obese. Because it's something that I have been experiencing. Like, I don't know, I went to a house party the other day with a couple of my family members, and there was just, like, again, this comes like stuff that I'm like kind of uncomfortable to talk about, because my friends and we don't talk like this. I was never raised to talk like this. But there's people that are like, yeah, you see that girl? Dude, she's a bomb. She's 10 out of 10. Dude, let's go talk to her. But they'll ignore the other girl that's like, what the heck? Like, I am really great. And that girl that you want to talk to, she's like, it's kind of quiet. And, well, not quiet in a bad way, but like, she's just isn't an active listener. She, like, won't remember, like, stuff that you tell her, because she's more like into the having, like, again, just listing off, like, you get the idea, listing off like more negative qualities. And people just ignore the girl that's like a great person, that would be good for you, that's an awesome person, for the girl that's hot. And I don't like that. I just, again, keep in mind, this comes from I am very much understand that my own perspective is not